are back with the Mazda, the MX5. We've been to Mazda itself. They've done their inspection as well as a service on this car. It was a bit premature really, but I wanted to make sure that we had the service history there. I know from going there now that it had already its first service, so although this car's only got 1,600 just over miles, it's actually had its second service now. So what I wanted to do was basically make sure that we got that in place, make sure that everything's been done, everything's been checked as well on the car. I'm a big advocate for, if we're going to be doing these crash damage cars, once we've actually put them all back together, going back to either the main dealer or a really good specialist that we trust to actually just go through the whole car mechanically and in terms of like the bodywork as well, things that maybe a fresh pair of eyes might see that we haven't, or alternatively there's any issues that we can't see from code readers and the manufacturer might have better equipment for them to be able to get that information. Then I think it's really important to just do everything right essentially. So yeah, anyway, Mazda's come back to us. It was a really good inspection, so there's greens across the board. I mean, this car is virtually brand new, the 2023 car on a 73 plate, and it's fantastic. I've just took it out for a drive. What a fun car to drive. It's just something about having a little sports car with a manual gearbox. It's not got a lot of power, it's only the 1.5, but just real good fun. And to have the ability of the open top as well, even better. So another great little thing with these cars is they've got the manual roof, and yeah, as much as nowadays you expect everything to be automated and mechanical, it's really great how easy it is to just pop this up and down. So literally, if you're at a set of lights, it is that easy. Just got the latch system there and you're done. So it's as easy as pulling that, taking it back, and as you can see there, that latch just secures in there. And you want to undo it and take it back up, it's just this, flick that up, close it back up, and you're attaching the latch into this section here. So whereas with the Mercedes, and you've got that top and you've got to be stationary, this one, you're looking at doing that and it's as easy as like, what, 5 seconds, not even that, if you're at a set of lights and the weather changes. It's looking very dark right now. So although it's great having the mechanical button where you've got it automated, it's quite a cool little gizmo, just to have that manually so quick to close up and flick down is really good. And what I'll do now is I'll just show some more of the actual car as it is from the outside with the top down. Personally, I prefer the RF, I think the classed as. I really like the Tiger tops, just like the mechanism as well and how that functions. I just think it's really cool. A bit of a nerdy thing there from me, but yeah, this car, great car in my opinion as well. The best colour. It was apparently a nightmare to re-spray this car, but yeah, just a really good fun car. And what a contrast as well from the Mercedes. So obviously you've got the Mercedes, proper luxury cruiser. Same sort of car in many ways, in that it's a sports car with the open top option, but yeah, you couldn't get a more different car if you tried. This is really great little weekend car. Then the Mercedes, that's more your car that you take on your long cruises down the motorway. In terms of experience with the dealers, so Mazda, as I say, this would still have been under its warranty. What we did find, and the reason, as I say, why I'm a big advocate for going back to the manufacturer for examinations once you've completed this type of build with a salvage car, is that they did find that the engine mount for this had actually sheared. So we had issues with that. That obviously was going to go through warranty. Mazda were really good in terms of they couldn't do enough for us. When they actually did the investigation works, obviously they found that it was a categorised car, which then voided the warranty, so I did have to pay for that. So it's an additional, I think it was about £400 with VAT to pay for that works to be done. In terms of the service itself, that was again, I think that was about £400 as well. A little bit pricey really when you think the size of the engine, but as I say, I much prefer just to do that, get it done, get the service history kept with Mazda, with all those stamps, or virtual stamps as they are now, noted in there, and they flag up as well when you go on the Mazda app, which many manufacturers have that accessibility now, where you just download their app and it'll be able to show you any history of the vehicle in terms of service history for the dealers. One thing I would say is we took the Mercedes to Mazda Stockport, and yeah, level of service, overall experience going into these sorts of dealers, what a difference it was going into Mercedes to Mazda. Obviously they're a more expensive car, and I think when you look at the bigger picture, when you're buying these cars, especially if it's someone to buy them new, that's where you're paying that extra money. It's the experience you get when you're going into that dealership. It's the people you're dealing with and how they deal with you. And although Mazda were in some ways really good, when you walk into Mercedes, you've got multiple people there to see to you straight away, and you've got on-site cafe there and you can work from there, and it's just a real nice environment. Whereas you go to Mazda, you've got one person as receptionist, if you like, but she's also doing a million other jobs. So you stood there for 15-20 minutes. It's not the end of the world, but it's that level of service that just isn't there when you're buying these cheaper cars. And also on the back end as well, something that I don't know whether a lot of manufacturers have gone away from it now, but the Mercedes, it was washed and cleaned. It wasn't dirty, to be honest. When I go there again, I try and clean the cars before I go to have my car serviced anyway. I think if you can present a nice car, then it always goes down a bit better with the people that are working on your car, whether it's servicing or whether it is works in terms of like repairs and things like that. But yeah, Mazda didn't do a wash or clean or anything. It was actually dirtier when I got the car handed back to me than it was when I took it there. So when you're paying obviously because I didn't have the warranty cover, I was paying nearly £1,000 because they actually said that it was a bulge in the tyre on one of these as well, which I got done there, which a little bit odd because they never brought that up in the inspection video. But I wanted to, as I say, get everything done, get everything ticked off. So that was something that they highlighted afterwards to me on the phone, and I did, to be fair, ask them to have a more thorough inspection of the vehicle, obviously once they found that engine mount, because I didn't want anything else outstanding. I wanted everything suspension wise, all those components to be absolutely spot on, and yeah, I got that guarantee from them. But yeah, spending that sort of money, I mean, even spending £400 for a service for the sake of, I mean, you can get a wash and dry now for under £10, and the fact that they didn't do that, I just thought that was really poor. Yeah, it wasn't a great feeling walking out of there. Whereas in comparison, walking out with the Mercedes, and then that's had the wash and dry, it's not much, is it, to ask for? I don't think from any main dealer. But yeah, just a little let down by that on Mazda's point. Other than that, we've got the green light on everything else. The car is, as I say, absolutely spot on now. No issues with it. Fully serviced, 2 stamps in the book. And although, yeah, the warranty doesn't cover anything for this vehicle, for the price that we're going to be putting up for, it's an absolute bargain in comparison to what you'd be buying something similar that isn't categorised with similar mileage, full dealership history. You're looking probably 22 grand for those types of cars. And yeah, you are going to a main dealer with that, and you're not getting that off a private seller. But with something with this low mileage, and it has had the inspection done by Mazda, there's really nothing to worry about on this. If you was that worried, there's always the other warranties that you can get to cover things off. But I'd never be worried about a car with history like this, as long as it's done right, and you when you do go to it, do have a real good look, and maybe even take a mechanic or an AA or RAC inspector with you when you do go to look at something like this, just to give you peace of mind. And do bear in mind as well, yeah, you will be getting it cheaper, but also you will need to sell it cheaper as well if you come to move it on in a year or 3 years or 5 years time, because it has got that category. So just bear in mind that hit that it's taking when you buy it, it's going to take that hit again when you sell it. So just make sure you do take that into account as well. But anyway, now I'll stop rambling on. I want to do a little bit of a walk around, show you guys the end result essentially of the car as it's looking now. So yeah, without further ado,
here is the MX5 that we've saved from Salvaged. As always, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this series on the MX5, and if there's anything that you'd like us to go over a little bit more in detail, I'm more than happy to do another video. Just let me know in the comments below, and if there's people wanting more information on certain things, I'll try and put a video together for it as well. One thing I will do is a video on the costings, if anyone's interested in that. If you'd like to see more of this content, if you could hit that like and subscribe, it would be very much appreciated, and I'll see you on the next one.